So I usually do these PapAmiibos videos while I'm like sitting in my car waiting for the store to open to see if they got the new Amiibos in stock. But because I wasn't really sure if stores were actually going to be open by the time the Joker and Hero Amiibos came out, when they went up for pre-order online, I pre-ordered them. So these came in the mail to me. So sorry, unlike the usual PapAmiibos videos, I'm not just going to get wildly off topic and talk about whatever and tell stories and stuff. I actually have a lot to say about Amiibos right now, so I'm going to talk about that. I also feel like right now is a pretty good time to give my prediction for the final 4 characters, because it's the first time in a while I've had a decent guess at that sort of thing, so I thought it'd be fun to do that. If you're hoping to hear me talk about something other than Smash and just get off topic and tell stories and stuff, my Discord is doing a question and answers thing for the anniversary of the Discord, so in a few weeks here I will do a Q&A video that'll probably have me getting very off topic, so look forward to that, I guess. Anyway, I did get the Joker and Hero Amiibos. Here's Joker. And here is Hero. Out of the two, I definitely like Joker better. I really like the blue flame thing that they did for his base. And Hero, it seems like it's a bit of a missed opportunity here. Hero could have had all those alts, but I understand production's expensive and everything like that. So unfortunately, Hero is just the Dragon Quest XI protagonist, which isn't my favorite alt for Hero anyway. So yeah, I definitely like the Joker one better out of this bunch. So I've added them to my giant Smash Bros. Amiibo wall that I have going on here, and I do still have to do a room tour at some point, so hopefully I'll get around to that. But I put them in these clear plastic boxes and then stacked them up. It looks really cool, and honestly, it's pretty solid. It's actually 2 Amiibos deep, so there is doubles of every single Smash Amiibo making that wall. So with Hero not having any of the other alt costumes, and we found out Byleth is only going to have the male version of Byleth for an Amiibo, I'm wondering what Steve's going to do, because they're calling it Steve and Alex, though I guess in the Japanese site, Byleth has both the male and female name on the website there. But I'm wondering if they're going to have like an Amiibo with both Steve and Alex and maybe some blocks or something. I just feel like the Steve Amiibo is going to be really boring if it's just Steve. That's not going to be really worth the same price as the other ones, even just plastic-wise. I feel like there's not going to be much used there. So I'm hoping it's like Steve with blocks and maybe Alex as well on there. Or they could do something like Game & Watch maybe, have them like swap out. Maybe you get all 4, you get Steve, Alex, Zombie, and Enderman, and you can like pop them in and out of the base it comes with or something like that, much like Game & Watch has. I think that'd be a cool way to do it. Out of the rest of those first Fighter Pass Amiibos that we've seen, my favorite is Banjo. I really like that they incorporated the Jiggy into the base. I think that's really cool. So yesterday, Nintendo tweeted out, new Super Smash Bros. Series #Amiibo will be arriving 2021. Get collecting with the Banjo and Kazooie Amiibo figures, be the teacher's pet with the Byleth Amiibo figure, and serve up a burn knuckle sandwich with the Terry Amiibo, #Smash Bros. Ultimate. The text just says 2021, but it had this image accompanying it that says all 3 are labeled for fall 2021. The actual text of the tweet itself didn't say fall, but the image does. But then Nintendo actually deleted this tweet, so I don't know if it was a mistake to show that image before they meant to, or if it's completely wrong and they aren't coming out fall 2021. But the tweet was deleted. Fall 2021, of course, is a ways off, so I hope this tweet was incorrect, but I totally understand with production and everything right now probably being difficult, it might actually take that long. We are getting Mario and Monster Hunter Amiibos much earlier than next fall, so I don't know. Hopefully we don't have to wait that long for these Smash Amiibos, but if we do, so be it. One theory I've heard is maybe they meant these 3 Amiibo will be released by fall 2021. So maybe Banjo will come out in the spring, Terry in the summer, and Byleth in the fall, and the whole thing is done by fall 2021. But that's just a theory. It's also possible all 3 will release at the same time, and it'll be in the fall. Over on my Discord, sad news as always from Nintendo, but our beloved Amiibo theory will not be of much use to us anymore, as it appears the next wave of Smash Amiibos are coming out in fall of 2021, though we can still expect a new fighter before then. And then it was edited to say, the tweet has been deleted, Amiibo theory may perhaps be on life support. So Amiibo Theory has been really good at guessing around the time when we could get characters for Smash, but if this Nintendo tweet is right, obviously we won't be able to use the Smash Amiibo release dates as a time frame for the next few Smash character reveals. At least not until fall 2021, when we might be down to like the last 2 or even the final character. One sort of funny thing involving Amiibos is a while back the Amiibo website had a random blank spot for an Amiibo to be added, and this spot was in between Sonic and Toon Link. So for a little while there we were speculating the next fighter might fit alphabetically between Sonic and Toon Link, as the whole site is ordered alphabetically. This theory eventually just got discarded and the website was updated, but ironically enough, Steve actually does fit between Sonic and Toon Link alphabetically. I really think this is probably just a coincidence, but it's still kind of funny to me that Steve actually fits here, and Steve was one of the names suggested that could work between Sonic and Toon Link when we were speculating that. I'm really happy that Steve has brought the hype back to Smash speculation. Like him or not, honestly, people seem so much more hopeful now that the rest of the pass will be good, solid choices, and that Nintendo is listening to the fans. So I'm really happy where Smash speculation is right now. It honestly feels like it did back before Byleth, when just about any character was possible and people were anticipating just about anybody. It was really exciting, and that's how it feels again now. So I figure it's a good time to do some lighthearted, for fun Smash speculation and make a prediction for the final 4 characters while things feel exciting and the possibilities are open. Again, this is just going to be for fun and not necessarily the pass I want, but a prediction given where speculation is at right now. Because this is the first time in a while that I've had a decent guess for the whole rest of the pass. I really haven't been able to do that in a while, but it feels like right now I could make a stab at the final 4. But before I lay out this prediction for the final 4 characters, I want to talk about when I think the next 4 might get revealed. So this whole thing supposedly ends by December 2021, and with Sakurai not saying anything about a delay, I assume we're still on track for that. I also think it will take until December 2021 to get all the characters. I don't think we're going to finish this pass early. So that means we have 4 more characters and 14 more months left to get them. You can do the math, but obviously that means at some point there's going to be a somewhat lengthy wait between the fighters. So here's what I'm thinking might happen. I think the earliest time frame to get a character reveal for Challenger Pack 8 is the Video Game Awards this year, happening December 10th. I think it's totally possible we don't get another reveal at all this year though, and we didn't get a Smash reveal at the last Game Awards. So it's completely possible nothing happens at the Game Awards Smash-wise, but I still think it's the earliest date I could see a Smash character actually being shown off. If the Game Awards does have a reveal, I think it would just be a reveal, like with Joker. We would have to wait a few months for the fighter to actually be released, somewhere like February, March, I'd expect. If we don't get a character revealed at the Game Awards, I think we'll simply have to wait for a while before we get the next fighter. Again, probably until February or March. I'm thinking that time frame. Having a Game Awards reveal in December with the character releasing a few months later actually does solve that whole issue with spreading out 4 characters over 14 months. With Joker, they revealed him at the Game Awards, and then we had to wait several months before he was actually released. Also with Min Min, we were told a fighter from ARMS announced several months before the actual character was revealed to us to be Min Min. So Smash has done these spread out over time reveals for characters in the past. It's a good way to make the wait between Smash news not as long, and I think they'll probably have to do it at least one more time here, and the Video Game Awards getting a reveal, and the character coming out a few months later, would be a nice way to do that, I think. Next, I'm assuming Challenger Pack 9 will happen at E3. So Challenger Pack 9 will likely be a big character, or at least make sense to have them happen at E3. Any character we get announced at the Game Awards or at next year's E3, I expect the character would at least appeal to Western audiences. It doesn't have to be a Western character, but I expect the character would at least appeal to Western audiences to some extent. If there is another major Western character in this pass, I suspect next E3 is where they'd be shown off. Steve was likely meant to be shown off at this year's canceled E3, and Steve is a character that appeals to Western audiences. Challenger Pack 10, I honestly think would be a late summer or early fall reveal next year, somewhere around like August or September. I know E3 usually has multiple reveals, however, I think that won't happen this time because we only have 4 more, and again, we're trying to spread it out all the way until December 2021. I do think that's the date they're going to shoot for. And then finally, Challenger Pack 11, the final character in the second Fighters Pass, I expect to be shown on, most likely, Smash Ultimate's anniversary. It just seems fitting to end there, especially when we've already been told the whole thing's going to end December 2021. Whether or not the Game Awards lines up with the anniversary of Smash next year, or if it's just a Smash video on its own, I think they will shoot for the 3-year Smash anniversary so they can comment about how long this journey has been to get to the end of the roster. It just feels fitting. Okay, so with that time frame laid out for when I'm expecting to get the final 4 characters, here's who I think they're probably going to be. This is just my guess right now, it's just for fun, based on current Smash speculation. I'm not going to go into detail about the speculation for these characters, so watch my past videos if you want to catch up on that sort of thing. Also keep in mind, this isn't necessarily who I want the Final 4 to be, this is just who I think could happen due to speculation and stuff. Though I will say, I do really like this lineup, I'd be happy with these as the Final 4. but of course there are only 4 spots, and there are plenty of other characters that seem likely as well. This is just what's on my mind right now, again with current speculation, so let's go through them briefly. Ryu Hayabusa has a lot of leaks going for them right now. They've had many in the past as well. They just seem really likely, to be honest, and Koei Tecmo getting a fighter in Smash seems like something that probably should happen. Supposedly, the Ninja Gaiden Sigma trilogy leaked for Switch, and it's releasing in March, so that would fit well for the assumed time frame of the next fighter's release that I laid out there. Next is Crash Bandicoot. If that Crash 5-year plan document leak thing is actually real, and I'm still wary of whether or not it is real, just to let you guys know, but if it is real, Crash would be a perfect E3 reveal candidate. He's a great choice for Smash in general, and E3 would be an awesome way to reveal him. If this is going to be the last time we get a character revealed at E3, Crash Bandicoot is a great choice. Next up is Dante, and Dante is a character that has felt likely for Smash for a long time. So while he's the character on here with the least amount of current speculation going for them, and thus this is the spot I think is the most subject to change, I gave the spot to Dante. It's just honestly hard for me to imagine we'd get through all of Smash Ultimate without getting Dante on the roster. He just seemed like he'd happen at some point, so I gave the spot to him. Finally, it does seem likely to me a Square rep will happen at some point. They've held off the Geno Mii costume for a long time, and Geno is a fan favorite character and a great one to end Smash Ultimate with. He fits the everyone is here theme Smash Ultimate started on, and I could see Geno being last. It just makes sense. I think even since base game, I've been talking about how Geno could be the last character revealed for base game, or the last character in Fighter Pass 1, and now we're all the way into Fighter Pass 2, and I feel like if they do have a final character that'll actually be, a big, exciting finale character, Geno would fit for that. He's definitely a character for the fans if he happens. Obviously, Smash has not ended on the highest notes before, but something about Smash Ultimate and the way they've done this whole thing, it does feel like they try to hit real hard at the end with this game. There are, of course, plenty of other things that could happen, and a few of them seem very likely, but I just couldn't fit them here. For instance, a Nintendo character seems possible again. I've been saying Breath of the Wild 2 Zelda as a promotion to Breath of the Wild 2 is a possibility, especially if Zelda is playable in that game. Honestly, if that whole Crash document thing is fake, I could totally see Breath of the Wild 2 Zelda taking the E3 spot and being kind of the disappointing part of this pass. I say she could take the E3 spot because Breath of the Wild 2 might be the focus of E3 next year. Obviously, that'd be the time to reveal her, if so. It's also, of course, completely possible some other Nintendo first-party character could take one of these spots. A Pokemon seems less likely now, but it could happen. Maybe another character that almost got in Smash, like with ARMS, could happen. Something like a Rhythm Heaven rep, because that almost happened in Smash 4, or Rex, who seemed to almost happen for base game, or even someone like Waluigi being upgraded. That could even take Geno's spot, to be honest. I also think a second Namco character is very possible. Maybe Namco is just being modest because they work on Smash, and they only have one character on the roster, Pac-Man, but it does seem like they should have someone else. The Lloyd Mii costume still hasn't returned, it's the last one that hasn't, and a Tales of rep is certainly a possibility. Or some other Namco series could happen, something like Dark Souls perhaps. Dark Souls is very popular, so I could see Namco doing that. This prediction pass also has no first-person shooter rep, and that's something I really think Smash should have, but I could honestly see, with this being a Japanese game and first-person shooters not being particularly popular in Japan, that they'd maybe not do one. The big contenders, though, in my opinion, are Master Chief and Doomguy, and we of course have Microsoft and Bethesda in Smash, with the Vault Boy Mii costume, Banjo, and now Steve. It's just a little tough for me to think that we'd get a lot of Western character spots, so it sort of feels like Steve took the Microsoft spot for this pass. But of course, if any company could grab 2 spots, I could totally see it being Microsoft. Some people have pointed out that Banjo is kind of a Rare rep, Steve is sort of a Mojang rep, and Master Chief could be the actual Microsoft Xbox rep. Or maybe something like Kako Malo is actually real, and Doomguy and Geno end off the pass instead of Dante and Geno. Of course, Kako Malo doesn't have to be real for Doomguy to get in. He's still a really good first-person shooter rep. It's totally possible that Microsoft has Steve coming, and before they acquired Bethesda, Nintendo had already made deals to get Doomguy. It's a possibility. And while I think Geno makes an excellent end to this pass, and I do think we'll get another Square rep, it could be some other Square rep instead of Geno. Sora, of course, would be a huge character to end the whole Fighter Pass off on, so it's possible we get something like Sora as the final character, Geno as a Deluxe Mii at the end. That would be a big way to end the pass and give us a Square rep. So anyway, that's where my mind is right now when guessing the final 4 characters. But there's a world of possibilities here, and we often get at least one completely out of left field surprise with Smash, so this is my current guess at the final 4, but very much so subject to change. I already wildly changed my predictions in just 24 hours as speculation shifted, and even making this list, I kept switching in and out between which characters I wanted to settle on to actually be part of the pass. So while we're talking highly speculative, just for fun stuff, I wrote this over on my Discord. So people were talking about what might happen after the second Fighter's Pass, and I wrote this. I said, my thoughts are likely not a third pass. Immediately. But I think it could be possible Sakurai says something at the end of Pass 2 about how well it's sold, and he's taking a break, but more will happen at some future date. And then he takes a 6-month to a year break, and Pass 3 is announced the following E3 or something. Obviously this is optimistic thinking, but keep in mind Steve broke Twitter. It's in Nintendo's best interest to keep Smash going, and I'd much rather have Ultimate continue than get a sequel, which Sakurai has already said could never live up to Ultimate. So taking a break between DLC cycles, but sort of indefinite DLC for Ultimate, is the way to go in my opinion, and I hope that's what happens. Sakurai can take a break, but Smash won't end forever. That would be a win-win in my opinion. So that's not exactly something I'm expecting, but I could see it happening, and it would be really cool. I kind of hope that's what happens, but again, I'm not expecting it. Anyway, what do you guys think of my predicted Final 4 characters here? Do you strongly disagree with any of the things I said, or are you thinking along the same lines? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.